Hi, this is Teacher Jen from camglish.com and welcome again to a new lesson on essential English patterns. Today, we will discuss a new lesson, but before that, let's go back to the pattern we discussed the previous video. It was the pattern that is how. That is how. When we use the question how, most of the time we are asking about something, okay? In what way something is done, okay? In what manner. So for example, that is how I sing a song. That is how I sing a song. So that means I am showing in what way I sing a song, a certain kind of song. Okay, so I think you can remember it now. Let's go on to our lesson proper. And our new pattern for today is the pattern that is what. That is what. Okay, now we will be focusing on the question what. When do we use what? What is used in questions when asking someone to point out someone or something. So that means we are asking, okay, for someone to point out or to explain something, okay, that they said or they did. Okay, now let's go on to number 1. Let's discuss the sample sentences so that you can understand it more. Number 1, that is what I heard. That is what I heard. Okay, so here, because we have the pattern that is what, so that means you are pointing, okay, that is what you heard. When you say heard, to learn or to know something by hearing. So that means you learned something because you heard about it, you hear it. Okay, so you would say that is what I heard. Maybe you are telling what you heard to someone, and of course that someone will ask you, how did you know it? Okay, and you can say that is what I heard. Number 2, that is what she said. That is what she said. When you say said, previously mentioned, okay, so that means the person already talked about it, already mentioned something about it. So you are pointing. When you say that is what she said, you are pointing what that person already said or already mentioned. Number 3, that is what I meant. That is what I meant. We already encounter this word meant, and that means supposed, expected, or required. Okay, so here you are pointing out that that is what you expected. Okay, that is what you're expecting. That's why that is what you meant. Okay, how about number 4? That is what she asked for. That is what she asked for. Ask for, that means what he or she requested for. So you are pointing out what that person requested for. Number 5, that is what I planned to do. That is what I planned to do. When you say plan to do, that means intended or thought about in advance. So you thought about something in advance. That's why you're planning it. Okay? So that you would not be disturbed in doing something that you want. Okay? So this is the pattern that is what. You are pointing about someone or something, especially something that other people mentioned already, or about something that you thought about, and you're just pointing it out to explain it clearly. Okay, so now it is our turn to make our own sentences. So let's start with me. My example is, that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So that means I'm pointing out that I'm talking about something. Okay, so that is why I use the pattern that is what. Now it is your turn. What is your sentence? Very good. Now let's have a review. Let's read the following sentences and please follow me. Read after me. That is what I heard. That is what I heard. That is what she said. That is what she said. That is what I meant. That is what I meant. That is what she asked for. That is what she asked for. That is what I plan to do. That is what I plan to do. Very good. Now, let's go on to our dialogues. And on the dialogue part, I will be speaker A and you will be speaker B. Let's start with number 1. Do we really have to have this presentation done by Friday? Do you think we can get it done? Very good. Now let's go into number 2. Is it true that Rebecca failed the algebra test? She must feel really bad. Very good. So now, let's go back to our sample sentences and please review and memorize all of these sentences. Okay? And also this pattern is very easy, so don't forget to make your own sentences too. Okay? Don't forget that. Try to make as many sentences as you can using this pattern. Okay? Because this is very important. You can express yourself more by using this pattern. Okay? And whenever you have the chance to express yourself in English, don't be afraid to use this pattern because you can be understood very well by using this pattern. So, this is the end of our lesson for today. This is Teacher Jen from camglish.com saying goodbye and see you on our next lesson. Goodbye!